Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Megha Sharma. The seat-sharing pact between I.N.D.I.A, Samajwadi Party and the Congress of India alliance has now culminated. I.N.D.I Party and Congress have decided to fight the elections together in Delhi, Goa and Gujarat. In Punjab, both the parties are likely to play a friendly contest against the BJP. The Samajwadi Party and the Congress, in the meanwhile, in Uttar Pradesh have come to a decision. The Congress has been able to squeeze 17 seats from its dominant regional ally Samajwadi Party. In West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee also seems to be softening her stand for fighting the elections alone. The TMC is now finding Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary as the quote-unquote only obstacle in signing a seat-sharing pact with the Congress. Does the I.N.D.I.A Bloc alliance look more cohesive and synchronized and more mature than it did in 2019 elections? Will a united opposition make it a more daunting task for the BJP to cross the 370 mark? Let's take a look at the numbers. And I bring this division region-wise. The Hindi heartland, which has 225 seats, majority of which were won by the N.D.I.A at 203. In Bengal and Odisha, a total of 64 seats were fought. TMC won the lion's share in Bengal, and in BJP, part of N.D.I.A, which ended up winning the maximum seats in Odisha. N.D.I.A was also able to make a strong mark in the northeast region, in which it won 17 of the 25 seats. In South India, of the 130 seats, the regional parties won the lion's share. Western India, which included Maharashtra, Goa and Gujarat, saw N.D.I.A once again sweeping 69 of the 78 total seats. So let's come to a discussion over here. Joining me on the telecast is, I have with me Advocate Gyanendra Mishra. And Advocate Gyanendra Mishra, quickly a word from you with regards to how there have been these fast-paced developments and seat signing pacts that have been brought forth when it comes to the Congress and its other I.N.D.I alliance members. What does this indicate?
No, it indicates that, the India alliance is very much determined and now well structured, well adjusted, well focused to make it a cohesive, unified fight against the BJP. And I was always telling on your show as well that all the doubt makers on the success of India alliances would see ultimately that how this alliance ultimately comes to a formula which is best suited to all the component of India alliance, and therefore now the India alliance will go with full force and strength to fight the coming election against the BJP and its alliance. And I think it is going to be a formidable fight now, because the way you look at it, that the alliance is happening now across India, and all the major components of India alliance have now decided to come together. Some has already signed the seat sharing formula and pact. Others, like as you rightly said, Mamata Banerjee is also in dialogue with Congress to make again a very cohesive alliance and seat sharing in Bengal as well. And with these alliances in place, the data supports the conclusion that if the India alliance, as it seems to be, fight together, they would really pose a formidable challenge to N.D.I.A.
Okay, whether it is going to be formidable or not, well, time will tell. I'm going to quickly get Advocate Manasvi Thapar as well. Manasvi, do you feel that the opposition and its united front that it had put up in 2019 and the I.N.D.I alliance that has since then been created for 2024, there are lessons that they have been able to learn from the debacles that they faced in 2019?
It's too early to say that they would have learned any lessons because if the lessons would have been learned, we are sitting in the month of February as of now. If you have to fight the might of BJP, you have to think like them, and you have to understand the tactics of BJP, the strategies of BJP, and this momentum which the India bloc is trying to build up as of now should have been built at least 6 to 8 months prior to the coming elections in the next month or two. So that is not there. So obviously, the Gathbandhan is coming up. It's a good thing for the alliance, but when your opposition is as strong and is into politics 24/7, and your people, be it from TMC, Aam Aadmi Party, or Congress, are every day jumping ship, even today as we speak, are jumping ship from opposition political parties to BJP. So they are working 24/7 at the grassroots level, at the ground level, at the Karyakarta level, at the block levels, at the senior leadership. So that kind of effectiveness, that kind of united force to fight, and that kind of preparedness is not there.
Okay.
Apart from saying that, also there is another thing which is missing, is a common minimum program. Yes, there is one common minimum program that you have to fight Narendra Modi and BJP. That alone, standalone, cannot just woo the voters. You also have to have a common minimum program in terms of what you are going to give to the voters of this nation. What is there that why should a common citizen like me or anyone of us in the panel is going to vote for India bloc? What is that effective
What is
thing
the-
that which comes out? What
Oh,
when
okay.
on the ground zero, or on the day zero, if I have to go to vote, why should I cast my vote to a alliance leader over BJP? That kind of effectiveness, that kind of communication, or even if they have made that common minimum program, that communication is not out. Somewhere in the infights or seat sharing thing, which could have been done 3 months, 6 months back, they have missed out on communicating to the people of India that this is what we are going to give. Why
Okay.
we better than Narendra Modi? The alternative politics vis-a-vis Narendra Modi is this, and that's why you should choose us. That kind of narrative is somehow not there. Had it been there, this particular, from my understanding, this particular BJP has given lots of opportunities on which the alliances could have countered or cornered BJP.
Okay,
but they've
fair
missed
enough. Okay, let's hear it out from Rishi Bagri as well. And Rishi, up until very recently, just a couple of weeks ago, we were panning the I.N.D.I.A alliance. BJP was talking about how there's no cohesiveness, there is disgruntlement when it comes to the regional parties who are part of I.N.D.I.A alliance. They are not in tandem with what the Congress at this point of time is thinking and hoping to fight in the elections. But there you have it. The Samajwadi Party and Congress have been able to now sign a deal. There has been a deal that has been signed between Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress as well. There is at this point of time, murmurs that are being created that Mamata Banerjee is also looking to soften her stance when it comes to the Congress. So from the targeted attack that the BJP had taken, that the Congress is being shunned and sidelined by all the regional parties, the very same regional parties are now coming together, shaking hands with the Congress and giving them seats. And there is a seat sharing formula that can be witnessed in Goa, in Gujarat, in Delhi, in Uttar Pradesh, and now perhaps in West Bengal also.
Hi, thanks for giving me the opportunity. I mean, just you need to understand the problem with this I.N.D.I.A alliance is that the seat sharing happened very late, and it's a very it's too low in volume. They don't have an agenda right now. They don't have a leader now. Right now, here we in the I.N.D.I.A, you see a very tall leader, a very popular leader, and you have a very cohesive alliance which has happened. The seat sharing has been perfectly aligned. And here we see the seat sharing is completely mismatched. Now, I give you a very simple example of Uttar Pradesh. Congress got % votes in the 2022 election. In 2019, it got 6% vote share. In both the elections, they were fighting alone. Now you see the sharp decline in their graph. So now a 2% party was able to wrest almost 22% seat from the Samajwadi Party. Out of 80, they got almost 17, 18 seats. So you can imagine how desperate the Samajwadi Party is. I think it looks the weakness of the Samaj Party reflects in this kind of seat sharing, that they have to give 18 seats, 17 seats to a party which have just 2% vote share. Their senior leadership have actually gone out of the Uttar Pradesh. I mean, in last election, Amethi was lost, and in this election, Sonia Gandhi, who is the one of the most senior most leader in the Congress, she is not fighting Rai Bareli. She has taken, a backdoor entry to the parliament through Rajya Sabha. Now you can imagine what kind of message it goes to the Congress worker that your leadership is not interested in fighting. Then you come to the incremental votes. I mean, the BJP was in from 2009. They used to get around 8 crore votes. Today they are getting 23 crore votes. Congress used to get around about 12 crore votes. Today also they are getting 12 crore votes. In 2019 they got 12 crore votes. So you can imagine they haven't able to increase a single vote. So the votes count has been completely, stagnant.
Okay.
Whereas BJP was able to triple their votes. So you can imagine you need additional votes.
Okay, BJP has been able to triple its votes. It has been able to get more number of seats than it got in 2014. The momentum at this point of time is building. It continues to be on the side of the BJP. But GVR Shastri, don't you think that at this time, when there is almost near saturation, there have been 203 of the 225 seats in Uttar Pradesh that have been won by the BJP last time around. There have been other significant seats that have been won by the BJP. How do you push the envelope? Now you are confident that these are the seats that are your bastions. You are going to be able to win them once again. One is that, whether you are going to be able to recreate the magic of 2019 and win the same seats in 2024, and then after winning those seats, the dual challenges of now retaking your target from 303 to 370.
This is most important because last 5 years, the people of this country have saw a kind of effort. And right now, it's an effort. The people who wants to see the effort of the BJP as well as the press and other people. All the opposition have utter failure in one sense that they don't even know what is exactly the responsibilities and commitments to deliver towards the people of the nation. They don't even understand that part. That is what it is very clearly visible with regards to last 75 years. There are so many issues not even touched upon. There are so many enactments they don't even want. They never ever saw that. So these kind of things are now moving in a right direction because it's very important. Please remember one thing that we are a mixed economy country and now shifting the gates and changing the dynamics of the entire economy into a different level. So promising for ourselves with the third largest economy. So there are so many things to be worked out. There are so many things. So I don't think that, yes, it is absolutely 370, 400 seats. It's quite possible. People are very aware of it. People want to see that, there is going to be a strong government at the center and a strong leader, that's Modi. So that is what, because right now I'm...
But then where do you, what is the plausibility, what is the practicality on the ground, which are these regions, which are these constituencies, which are these states where the BJP at this point of time can make an extra effort to get those seats? Because one you talk about the emotional chord that has been struck by the government of India, by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, by the ministers who have been campaigning on large number of places. And the other point is the practicalities. What is the work that has been done on the ground? How have they been able to persuade the voter to be attracted to their political party, to have converted them from the regional party or from any other party that they were voting for to then jump ship and join the BJP? Because when you talk about the Hindi heartland, and I'm going to once again put out the figures, out of the 225, 203 had been won by the BJP, the N.D.A. We talk about eastern part of India, there is Bengal and Odisha. Out of the 64 seats, N.D.A. ended up winning 26, others ended up winning 34. In north and northeast India, they were, out of the 25 seats, 17 were won by the BJP, by the N.D.A. So I'm saying this is sort of a saturation. In northeast India, we talk about the Hindi heartland. Now, South India is where there can be, if there are dynamics that change, the BJP would at least want to, convert the number of people who are voting for any other party to vote them for the BJP or the N.D.A. But how practical is it? How possible is it at this point of time? Because south of India has been a difficult nut to crack for BJP.
I know, Micah. I am at the right now, southern part of India. I visited all three states like Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and Kerala. Right now, I visited. Right now, I'm at the Tirunelveli airport. I saw there is a tremendous change. Right, you can see Rameswaram, Kanyakumari, and Tirunelveli. All these three seats, you can see comfortably BJP is going to win the seats because there is a huge change. As far as Tamil Nadu also, there is a huge change. People are now coming. People want to contest the election of the BJP. That is the story. The story is like that. Right now, Tirunelveli, it's a massive, people are really reacting well. And the Kerala and Tamil Nadu, I think BJP will open a very good, here to see maybe Kerala, we are very comfortable. 2 to 5 seats are guaranteed. That is the kind of ground reality right now. Up to 5 seats are guaranteed. You can imagine that.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So, are you saying that the BJP is going to perform better than it did in 2014 and 2019 in the Lok Sabha elections in southern India? There have been a number of projects that have been launched, crores and crores of rupees in terms of development and welfare of the people of southern India has been done, whether it is about Karnataka, we talk about Tamil Nadu, we talk about Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, all these regions have been touched. Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself has gone and held those rallies. Will they then convert to the votes and the seats that the BJP at this point of time is looking to attain is the big question. Also on the telecast with me is Varun Singh. Varun, quickly a response from you about the uphill task, one for the BJP to improve its tally from 303 to 370. It is definitely challenging, and the Prime Minister has put its members, put its ministers to task to fulfill this task. And on the other hand, do you think the I.N.D.I.A alliance is at a better position than the United Front that was put up in 2019?
More than the BJP, I think I should be talking about the Congress. The biggest news of the day or in this last entire week has been that Congress, the grand old party, has become or is playing the second fiddle to parties that came up recently. Maybe the I.N.D.I.A party in Delhi where I.N.D.I.A party is contesting on 4 seats, whereas the Congress on 3 seats, and many other. Even in Uttar Pradesh, it is the longest. Congress had the longest tenure of chief ministership in Uttar Pradesh, but today look at them; they have been reduced to 17 seats. And as it was rightly pointed out by my fellow panelist over here, that it is बहुत देर से आए. Yeah, the proverb is "देर आए दुरुस्त आए" cannot be fit over here because already BJP had commenced its election mode almost a year ago. The Congress right now is trying to head an alliance or be a second part to regional parties. I wouldn't even call them heading an alliance because they are not heading it. In most of the states, they are either in West Bengal, they might not get even more than 1 or 2 seats if the alliance is forged. So, they are not even heading an alliance. It is the worst time of the Congress right now. As Seshi rightly pointed out, there has been no vote increment in their performance in the last so many decades. And that is one big worry. As a citizen of this country, I feel happy that at least the opposition is uniting. And in our democracy, it is good that there is someone who may, a good party, a good governance can be done when there is a group. Opposition. And that one ray of hope or small light of hope I can see over here, at least some point, but it's too late in the day for them to start. And in most of the parts, and I can tell you because before the show I was talking to Rishi and we had a discussion that we see BJP winning no less than 320 or 30 seats right now because the vote increment in almost all part of the country. You talk about South, I see a major surge in Chennai. You see Annamalai, how he has been leading over there. You see in Karnataka how the BJP is finally getting its act together. They defeated a bill recently, an anti-Hindu bill. In Andhra Pradesh, they are trying to forge certain arrangements or allies.
Karnataka does not really have a problem. BJP does not really have a problem when it comes to the Lok Sabha elections. Of course, the difficult, challenging states being Kerala and Tamil Nadu and Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. All right. But also, Varun, you talk about how this is too late, too little too late for the Congress and the I.N.D.I.A alliance members. But don't you think, and you talk about how the Congress's hold when it comes to the people's pulse is diminishing. but at the same time, Congress is willing to take the back seat. It is willing to play the judicious game, perhaps something that it was not doing in 2019 elections. It is accepted, is acceded that it is not in a strong position to fight the elections alone, and therefore giving precedence to the political parties, to the regional parties who are better players, who are stronger players. Because when you take a look at West Bengal, it has always been TMC who has been in dominance. It has been continuously defeating the BJP, and traditionally it was the Congress and the left who used to be the formidable partners against the TMC. It looks like this partnership is going to break, and TMC and Congress, perhaps for the very first time, are going to come together in the West Bengal Lok Sabha election fight.
Does the Congress have any option left apart from playing the second fiddle? What I'm trying to say over here is the Congress should have realized it at least 6 or 7 months in advance that they cannot play the role of a big brother. Had they done that, to be honest, the I.N.D.A. alliance would have looked more better today than what it is. The situation of I.N.D.A. alliance is whatever it is, whatever they had. RLD, I just read a tweet of Jayant Singh saying basically, if Rahul Gandhi is coming in Agra and Mathura, he doesn't say that in Agra and Mathura he found people drunk in the evening. That is what his own partners, along with whom he contested 2021 assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh, everyone is abandoning. If you see all those people, only those people are staying with the Congress, where the Congress has decided to stay low, have accepted their dominance.
Okay, all right. I'm going to again come back to Advocate Gyanendra Mishra. Again, the same point. A sense of importance, a sense of urgency, a sense of actually catching the pulse of the nation, and when it comes to working together, it doesn't matter whether the Congress takes a backseat at this point of time. The aim of the united front of I.N.D.A. alliance should be and is to defeat the BJP.
I think rightly saying, and that should be, that is the focal point and the main consideration for I.N.D.A. alliance. And I find these arguments very strange because few months back people are talking that it is Congress bossism, it is Congress sense of power and strength which is in biggest roadblock to an I.N.D.A. alliance. And now when the Congress has realized strategy, and I think that is the perfect strategy at this given point of time, that you will have to fight from the position of your strength and make an alliance with the people where they are and give space to your partner where they are in a better position to win the seats. It's not about fighting and losing. It's not about the number of seats that you fight. It is about the seats that you fight and win. And therefore, this is what, the 2019 biggest mistake was when Congress fought alone, Samajwadi fought alone, there was no cohesion in Bengal and everywhere else. And that is why, in spite of, a huge anti-incumbency, the large section of, the populace feeling, dejected and distressed, whether it is Kisan farmers, whether it is youth, whether it is minority, whether it is, the underprivileged classes, having a huge weariness with the present dispensation, they were not able to make a cohesive fight against JP. And therefore, the decision of the Congress.
Okay, fair enough. Made your point. Advocate Manas, we quickly coming to you as well. Could this be a challenging task for the BJP to defend? Already they have set their eyes really high, 370. Like I said, a saturation point that comes after you won 303, which is an absolute majority in itself. But to now see that the I.N.D.A. alliance might just be able to give a tough fight to you because the regional parties which are stronger in their own bastions are going to fight it out with the BJP or the N.D.A. and the Congress, instead of fighting with these people, with these regional parties, is going to work in tandem with them.
I think it's a great strategy for the India alliance. There is no doubt about it. I can't take that away. I would always, I'll say that the preparedness could be doubted, but the strategy can't be doubted. Obviously, the outcome would be something which we'll come to know once the results are out. But from the strategy point, it's on the greater side of the Congress to become the second party in the regional parties by giving SP or TMC or Aam Aadmi Party in the regions where they are strong, giving them the better momentum and trying to play a big brother by taking less seats, because they know overall in the entire India they would have some kind of vote bank. So they are backing upon their own lost vote bank, their own vote bank which is already intact. That there is still, you can't take away the 15 to 20% range of vote bank which is still there with the Congress, and the rest which is remaining with the likes of the SP, TMC in their respective states is also there. We can't give 100% to the BJP when fought election strategically, wherein if the vote share is not being cut off of the regional party. In that case, if I would like to elaborate, if Congress is not cutting the vote of Aam Aadmi Party or Aam Aadmi Party of Congress, because Aam Aadmi Party's entire vote bank is built on Congress, if they're not cutting on it, they can give a good fight to BJP. That is something
Absolutely.
which was not there in 2019.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll quickly, okay, I have very little time. I'm going to go to my next guest. Rishi, quickly a word from you about how this strategy could perhaps shake the very foundations. I wouldn't say shake the foundations, but I don't know. Then, it becomes a little more of a difficult task for BJP to attain the 370 mark.
No, statistically speaking, Congress is in a perennial decline. And actually, if you see the vote share of Congress, it has actually completely declined in the Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, West Bengal. So now it is extracting more pound of flesh than actually it deserves. Like 2% vote share, and it is taking 22% of the seat in Uttar Pradesh. Or it is demanding 15 seats in West Bengal from the Mamata Banerjee. Obviously, Mamata Banerjee can't give Congress 15 seats when it is just winning 1 or 2 seats. So that's not possible. So what I think is that it's not playing a magnanimous role. It is actually extracting more from the allies, and actually it is becoming a very weak partner in the alliance. And every big regional party think that if we give more seats to the Congress, we will end up losing those seats to the BJP.
Okay.
So now that is the reason. And you see, even in Bihar, the seat sharing is still pending. There's no such seat sharing has happened as yet. So there are a lot of things are there which is not happening. And just one month later, we have elections.
In Bihar, we have seen that in the Mahagathbandhan, the Congress has been the party that has had the minimum contribution, and therefore it has also taken the third position. It's in the back seat. You have the RJD, then you had the JDU, and then you had Congress. Now JDU is obviously aligned with the BJP, so a win for the NDA is a given. The only factor would be that RJD, which had been able to gain a strong chunk, thereby they were being able to build a government over there with the support of the JDU that came in second. And obviously the Congress, will RJD then play an important role if the Congress comes together and aligns with the JDU, and it does aligns with the RJD and does not eat up their votes by putting a candidate in direct contest with their alliance member. Quickly also getting in, Dr. GVR Shastri, quick comment from you with Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, which have been staunch enemies, staunch contesters, competitors when it comes to assembly elections. Congress has had to take a back seat. Aam Aadmi Party is growing in stature, therefore it has gotten the seats that it has gotten. It has done a hard bargain in Gujarat. Goa also it is getting seats. Punjab it is not letting Congress contest in any of the seats. So while the Congress knows it really well that Aam Aadmi Party is growing in stature, and it is growing in stature at the cost of the Congress, it is still intelligent enough to understand that they can't really do anything about it. They are then going to give the opportunity to Aam Aadmi Party. They have been forced to give the opportunity to Aam Aadmi Party in the larger good of India Alliance hopes for a win.
See, Megha, the most important is Aam Aadmi Party is, what exactly Aam Aadmi Party? It is based on the ideology and the principle of non-corruption. But whereas right now, the ED has issued almost 6 times notice to none other than the Chief Minister himself. He is supposed to depose in front of the ED, but he is ignoring it. So the kind of story what they exactly did, it is for the farmers also. It is all started from Punjab. That is what they do. So that they did it. But the thing is then, see, where is the principle?
But the farmers are a strong vote base. Farmers are a strong vote base for the Aam Aadmi Party. Every political party understands. Therefore, the centre is also not being able to do anything to disperse these protesters. We saw the example in 2020 as well. Quickly, Varun Singh, a quick word from you before I wrap this up.
Very simple. There is a very simple thing. Politics doesn't work like mathematics. In politics, 1 + 1 doesn't mean that it becomes 2. Here we have, the basic confusion amongst many people is if two parties come together, then 100% voters of that party will be voting for the candidate of another party with whom they are in an alliance. This doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in politics. In politics, 1 + 1 not necessarily translates into 2. In Delhi, why the Aam Aadmi Party has conceded to give 3 seats? Because in Delhi they know that in Lok Sabha, whatever happens, people will not vote for Aam Aadmi Party, but they will vote for the candidate of BJP during Lok Sabha. And see, those same voters vote for Aam Aadmi Party in Assembly. The voters are very intelligent. They know whom to vote. And as I said earlier, ये geography नहीं है, ये politics है. यहाँ पे demography बहुत अलग role play करती है. यहाँ पे 1 + 1 2 नहीं होता है. So the alliance, India alliance, is very late. And it is clear that they know that most of the people over where they are in Punjab, why is the Aam Aadmi Party not?
Right, absolutely. Varun, I can't hear you. I think you've muted yourself. Meanwhile, okay. So that's the inference that I get from our political analysts. It is going to be at this point of time a lot of compromises that the Congress will have to do. It already is doing, as we saw in the seat sharing pact between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. What happens next? It is going to be obviously eyes focused on the TMC, Mamata Banerjee and the Congress. So what is it that the Mamata Banerjee government, the TMC, is going to extract out of Congress in exchange for the seats that it is likely to give to the Congress? That will be an interesting match to watch out for. On that note, I slip into a short break. Thanks for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.